I like to talk about the Visuddhimagga, Path of Purification, the first page. When this deva, this was said, while the Blessed One was living at Savatthi, a certain deity, certain devas, came to him in the middle of the night in order to do away with his doubts, because he got doubts in his mind. And he asked this question: the inner tangle and the outer tangle, this generation is entangled in the tangle. And so I ask, O Gotama, this question: who succeed in this entangling this tangle? So he asked the Buddha. They call the Buddha Gotama. Obviously he's not a Buddhist, He's not a Buddhist, but still he knows that the Blessed One has a lot of wisdom. So he came down to ask the Buddha, this entangle, internally, externally, we are always getting tied up. A lot of things to do, a lot of worries, entangled, can't get away from our work, a lot of things to do in the family. For the ladies, they have to go marketing, cooking, cleaning, sending the children to tuition, the male go to office, meetings, collecting money, this and that. We're entangled. We're entangled. We can't get away from this tangle. We're born in this world. We need to leave. And some have more tangle than the others. Some are less entangled. Their life are more simple. There are those who are greatly entangled. And the deva find this very, very funny, because devas, they don't have the tangle of the humans. They don't need to go to work. They don't have to really looking after children. Their life are quite simple. They just enjoy themselves. They don't have to plant vegetable. They don't have to plant rice to eat. The food are there for them. Their life is quite simple. They just make married, make themselves happy. They just attend parties. And they don't have so much pain and sicknesses. But we have, humans have more tangle. We have a lot of other things. Apart from responsibility, we have so much things to look after. Now, how to get out of this tangle? Asked the Buddha. When a wise man established well in virtue, develop consciousness and understanding, then, as a bhikkhu, ardent and sagacious, he succeed in disentangling this tangle, the Buddha saying. Very simple. When a man established in virtue, Sila, we always meditate, but we must be aware, take note of our Sila, because it is the basic, the foundation, where we built up our Samadhi, our concentration and peace of mind. The note of our precept. There are 5 precepts. Conscious of them. Keep our precepts. They are our virtue as a foundation. Develop consciousness and understanding, meaning develop concentration. We need to cultivate our mind. Concentration. Understanding, wisdom. And if we do that, the bhikkhu, ardent. What do you mean by ardent? Enthusiastic, putting much effort, that is ardent. You can't be lazy, So a bhikkhu must practice much effort. Sagacious, what is that? Sagacious means good judgment, showing wisdom. Must be able to Recognize the way of practice, the right way of practice. Don't follow the wrong way of practice. If you don't follow correctly the right practice, you will never reach the path, never reach what you are seeking for. If you keep on going the wrong direction, never reach your destination. Sagacious. Let's listen to the Dhamma Talk. Try to understand. When you practice, then you compare. Is it the right way of my practice? I've listened, I've read. Is this the right way of practice? Sagacious. Should I still carry on the same way, or must I practice another way? Having good judgment, right? Having good judgment, we succeed in disentangling this tangle. As we practice with right understanding, wisdom, meditation. So we practice concentration and wisdom meditation as well, but we need to establish virtue. Disentangle, that's what we do in the practice of wisdom meditation. We know the object, we know the contact, we know the consciousness that arises. When this comes together, these three factors comes together, and we know when it goes into our mind, are we confused, are we disturbed, are we angry, are we frustrated, or is our mind filled with fear? We are getting ourselves entangled with a lot of problems, mental problems. So what do? Bring your mind to your concentration. You know that your mind is not concentrated. Your mind is dispersed. When your mind is dispersed, your mind is weak. Man cannot see things as they really are. Go to your rising, falling. Bring your mind to one point. Calm down your mind. Make your mind peaceful. Rising, falling, rising, falling. That's what you do in daily life. When your mind is very affected, when your mind very disturbed, mind full of anger, frustration and sadness. That's what you should do. Like the chicken that came home. Bring your mind back to that point, to home. Then you'll be at peace and tranquil. Then you'll be able to see things as they really are. Then your understanding arises. Such things are impermanent. All things are impermanent. All things are subject to dissatisfaction. Egoless, substanceless, emptiness. All Dhamma are emptiness. They just arises and pass away. You don't stay there for long. It's not there all the time, just as consciousness. It's not there all the time. It arises, pass away, another consciousness arises. Another vijnana arises, another consciousness of seeing, then of smelling, then of tasting, then of touching. It arises, it falls away, another consciousness arising. There's no permanent consciousness. It's not there all the time. There's something, there's substance that is in your body, or outside your body, or in between your body. No, there's no consciousness that is stable, not changing, there all the time. No. Sabbe Dhamma anatta, all phenomena, all reality, substanceless. It's not there all the time. Rises to the condition. Every time it arises, then it ceases. When it arises, it must cease. There's no way. They continue on and on and on. It must cease. That's what wisdom is. When you develop your insight. Not just because you want all the yanas or the various stages of yanas, A lot of time it's merely concepts. You think you have it, you may not have it at all. It's just concepts that you think you have. What is important is the wisdom that you understand what is happening. When there appear these phenomena in the present moment, you're able to acknowledge it's arising, it's disappearing. We are able to acknowledge externally, disentangle, in between and inside the consciousness, what arises, and that is important. If your mind is functioning with wisdom, doesn't matter what jhana you call it, you are free from suffering. The important thing is you are free from a lot of mental pain. You are at ease. You are contented. You are peaceful. You are happy. That is what wisdom produces.